Happy time zone, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. Welcome back to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Great to have you with us. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's still Wednesday. Today we got some more Link to the Past randomizer action for you with this Week 7 Swiss matchup in the Crosskeys tournament between Jaejo and Armlx. Last matchup of the week should be an interesting one to deal with. On tracking duties today, we have Iker and Tamaltuk, and without further ado, I'm going to shut up and leave you in the hands of our wonderful commentary team today, Toffel and Zafiko.
Thank you, Second Up. Yeah, this is week 7. Swiss is starting to head to an end. This is actually going to be a pretty high-ranking matchup right now. Jaejo is 5-1. And this is going to be one of the rare match down weeks, just due to odd number of participants at each pool. Arm is 5-2, 6-2.
You had it backwards. So Jaejo's 6-0. Arm is 5-1.
That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's my bad. But so basically, if Jaejo wins tonight, Jaejo's already at least clinched a spot into the brackets already. If he wins tonight, he'll advance and play Arior next week, because that'll be the one matchup that we can guarantee.
Oh god, that is the 7-0 matchup. Holy moly!
Yeah, and if Arm wins, Arm guarantees himself a slot at the brackets. If he loses, he'll be on the bubble and he'll have to win it one more time in week 8. But yeah, so this is gonna be fun. I'm sure Zaf has lots of insights into Arm.
I mean, a little bit biased. Arm is my teammate. Arm
Yeah.
has improved at a tremendous rate, and I mean, Crosskeys is his bread and butter. But to be honest, it's like Jaejo is a perennial, like, top of ladder favorite. Plays incredibly well, like entrance, mystery, etc. So this is going to be a phenomenal matchup. I would say stylistically, I don't have the biggest read on Jaejo, but again, like if you constantly look at race time rooms, these are players that are going to be like very good. Like both are incredibly analytical players as well. If you ever go to their streams, Jaejo36, Armlx, you're going to hear a lot of really really great analysis from Jaejo's side. Arm doesn't speak at all, but constantly questioning the game. So it's going to be really fantastic. I'm kind of hoping for an absolute slog, complicated mess, because it's one of these things to see like really high caliber players like untangle something like that. But yeah.
All right, and when we were done in an hour 20, thanks, Zaf.
Yep. Yeah. I mean.
Oh, okay, game.
Wow.
All right. So the seed has chosen violence already today with our Hyrule Castle small keeping in Sanctuary. That means that we can get to the back. There's going to be no shenanigans about what's in logic in Hyrule Castle today. It's all
just
logic.
sank. It sank. Like, this is an open mode seed. What in tarnation?
Jaejo. So we saw the curiosity shop over there on Jaejo's side. Arm doing the exact right thing and just going down the hall, not bothering to go walk over and check what's going on.
Yeah, also fantastic, just because, getting bombs immediately. That's kind of like the one thing about like Link start, right? Like depending on if you hula and everything else, like, oh, trying to get the resources for bombs. You get 6 bombs and it's like, maybe not so much. So yeah.
Yeah. I think I think Jaejo probably right now wants Link Sanctuary to be one screen over to the right or one screen over to the left, just so you can go grab those 3 items. Arm is leaving a single rupee behind just to spite everyone, I see.
It's fine.
And he's going to go get those bombs himself. Let's see what's in the castle. The Lost Woods today.
Oh, look. Alright, so anyway, we're not going to be looking for any ridiculous amount of keys. Just to, I say that now, for accessing Ganon, but...
Yeah.
We're skipping a step here with the powder there. We're just absolutely skipping a step. Forget turning it in, it's just right there. Already pre-made ready for you.
Yeah. Oh, no! Well, that's our lumberjack down at the castle, and it was only a shield. One logical shield, everybody. Just put a marker on that. Yeah. So right now we're still missing Uncle. We're still missing the Magic Bat, which is probably going to end up right here now. Oh, good. Good. free powder, and the game is already just saying no. You're gonna have to do the. Oh boy. But
Oh god.
yeah, here we go.
One of my least favorite things to have to do early in the game with just bombs is just like this walk, these medieval dorms being spiteful on a good day.
Yeah, and he's
Oh my
not.
God.
Yeah, that the Barry decided that it wanted in on the fun too.
I mean, you're basically at like mini Moldorm Oko, so like, what's all right? We're
Yeah,
good. We're good.
and of course it's the flute.
Oh my god.
That's actually going to be kind of problematic. Well, you know,
No, he'll probably go back. Well, 3 bombs he might not, but like, I suspect he's gonna go right back for that and just chance it.
yeah. Well, we did find our desert left connector at the very least.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can kind of check in here and then kind of walk yourself back up.
Yeah, and this is one of those things too that, like, you know, how again, like, masterful Crosskeys players, when to cut the route, when to like think about when to segment the world, right? Like, you know, maybe this is one of those like an unfortunate sort of last location. That kind of depends too, because like the entire Lost Woods region is like, oh hey, I can do this, kind of come back, maybe see if there's a quick item, because
yeah,
Spiral Cave is one of those like weird things, especially kind of in an awkward, semi-awkward spot like that. It's like if you can resolve it early, you find stuff, but also sometimes just that much nicer.
yeah. There we go. That's
Yep.
This is the problem for Arm. Jaejo, because he was ending it up there, kind of was like that's his natural terminus, so he's just going to file Spiral Cave.
Yep.
Jaejo, especially with the powder, just wants to kind of get into Kakariko. And this isn't like, you know, this is going to be annoying for Arm for a while, given our save and quit points. It also kind of just really depends on like how bad CAC is with dungeons and connectors.
Arm, like, and again, I will talk a little bit more about Arm because I know Arm is kind of one of the people who sort of subscribe to the, how do I phrase this in the nicest way possible, the Telethar strat of things of like, if it's not super efficient, I'm going to come back for it later when it is more efficient. And honestly, you kind of don't hate that, right? Because like certain things like 3-heart bomb Spiral Cave is one of the least appetizing things you can do in the early game. So
Yeah.
he's going to do what's fast and what makes sense. And
That's our book. Still need 2 more shields or a invincibility item for it to be in logic, but you know, you got the flute, so you don't feel too bad about that.
right.
Checking that entrance. Yeah. Speaking of bad things, 4 heart, 3 heart, 4 bombs, laser bridge.
Yeah, and the lovely thing about Flute 2 is the opportunity cost of like following a connector is just so much lower. It's like, oh, I can take, in that instance, like Hyrule Castle mid to Hyrule Castle, you know, wherever in God's name I want to take it, right? And it's like, oh, this sucks. Come right back to it later, you know, come right back to CAC, go back, whatever. So, always great to have some level of mobility in the game like that, like your first glove, your mirror. Need I say the B word? But like, you know, you want to see those things. Sometimes they show up early, sometimes it's 2 hours in and you're just questioning your life. And also similarly to Jaejo will not get the bottle vendor right now because he didn't Houlihan, but there's like, okay, oh god, I have to come back to 3. So
I mean, you can say bugnet. That's a fine word, but yeah, like right now, like unfortunately, like so we've already seen Hyrule Castle here. We've already seen Paradox Cave.
Yeah.
Jaejo is gonna just start kind of like clearing stuff, and then he'll just start fluting back here, just to kind of, especially Paradox. I think Hyrule Castle, you may want to just like kind of hold off until we maybe get a sword or something, because we can get to Dark Cross without a glove. Interesting. It's a dark room for Arm, and I don't know which one. He's fallen down a hole. The way that the bats moved, it sounded like it might have been the old man. Not the old man, but the old man rescue cave.
Yeah.
I'll save that for later. Well, actually, you know what? correction. The old man being there is actually really nice. Yeah, so Arm's kind of the way that Arm is now working. It is like he's going to work himself back to
back to a connector, yeah.
Yeah, and he's working himself back to Paradox Cave specifically, and then Super Bunny Cave has to,
Yeah, and again, like it's not bad because this is one of those things, and this might be even better. It's like, you know, we talked. Okay, Kakariko. You know, it's one of those things where you always want to try and, like, you know, find your way back here, but when you have all these connectors, you know, even the fact that he missed the flute the first, possibly second, or even third time, you know, he might find something. He'll kind of grimace a little bit, but then he'll be, like, just content with that, so.
Yeah, and like missing the flute isn't the worst thing in the world. Like, it's useful, but in, like, Crosskeys, you usually, like, you can find a connector in a mire, so...
Right.
It's usually just, like, an efficiency loss, if that, but also, like, if we get into the dark, if he gets the ability to go into the dark world for a lot of stuff, well, that doesn't matter because you can't flute in the dark world.
It's definitely one of those things where it's like, when you think about what flute does for the open game versus everything else, the topology of the world in Crosskeys is massively different, right? Like with where connectors take you. But the second you have kind of conventional dark world access, and again, like other mobility things, it definitely changes a little bit, like how you have to kind of go through stuff. So it's not gonna make or break, right? Like, if anything, depending on where the connectors actually pan out, like Jaejo will still be ahead, right? Because flute is definitely one of those niceties where it's like, oh, I don't have to worry about maybe following this connector, whereas Arm may think twice about following a particular connector. Well, hello for flippers, so we'll, you know, probably see Boots at some point. Yeah, we'll see Boots.
Yeah, and then you know what's good after getting Boots?
Lots of things.
Spiral key. Oh, there's a bow on the desert ledge.
Yeah.
So not only is Jaejo's gonna start playing Connector Roulette probably soon, because you're gonna probably find a way to get that flute.
Yep.
Oh, good. So guess what? We got free magic powder at the mushroom spot, and it turns out that Magic Bat is at the pyramid today.
Yep.
That's our pyramid fairy over at Desert Palace Main with our second shield, which is locked by the bug, so it actually means we're probably going to see an invincibility item or a mirror to get the book and logic. And
and we found Boots anyway, so it's fine.
Jaejo's, yeah. I was gonna say, wait a second.
Yeah, Boots and Uncle, so it's like, it's perfectly fine. And again, we're like,
I got stunned by the fact that I was actually Vanilla Smith's. That I missed the Boots. I'm horrible.
Oh, you're fine. I mean, and, you know, there has been a lot in this early game, so it is.
Yeah. And yeah, so let's go take a look and see what's in Paradox Cave for us today.
Yeah, and speaking of his really early call out, because IQ's tracking, it's like, you know, I think for a tiny bit until Tom arrives, he did, I just saw in chat, I was like, I can't imagine trying to solo track the absolute chaos that was sort of this early game. So again, thank you really early, the trackers, because they're going to mean, that's going to make it to where we don't have to think too hard in the end game.
Yeah. Oh, well, we found Sloshel out, and we've got a Green Pendant Mire. Oh, good. A shovel. Well, now you don't feel too bad about, like, getting yourself back over to check Super Bunny Cave at some point.
I don't feel bad about much of anything for these two runners, because they're just...
I just feel bad about the sheer number of connectors there are.
You only feel bad about it in Arm's case because, you know, he's managed to miss the flute. You only feel bad about it in Jaejo's case because Jaejo somehow managed to avoid the boots. So
Jaejo's missing the boots for a while. I'm not going to lie right now.
Well, it's gonna be one of those funny things when Jaejo flutes back and then sees that it's Uncle and goes, "Oh, I did that, right?" But
yeah. All right. Well, Jaejo's fluted up to the mountain. I guess that is the one other thing that the early flute will do for Jaejo is, unfortunately, like Old Man Sam Quid isn't CAC, so it and the flute kind of negate itself. But there are a bunch of entrances up here that he'll be able to get to. So it'll be interesting to see if there's anything here that he can get. Yeah. Okay. So that's the Old Man Rescue Cave.
Mm-hmm.
Arm, like Jaejo, smart, realizes he has lack of bombs and is going to go rectify this.
Mm-hmm. I trust Arm, but at one bomb, you will always watch me just like waddle up to that door because I have thrown a bomb upward so many times, just watched it bounce off the wall and just sheer futility and just wonder.
Yeah. Look, I frequently manage to do that with the hookshot cave bomb, and I don't know how. I just throw it and then I just stare as it just like looks good and then it doesn't.
This is one of my favorite. Oh god, Arm. This one of my favorite things to do is like now realize if you just throw it low, and like it'll be like at the base of the door, doesn't do the bounce, but that's not always a guarantee. So
yeah, a good move on Arm's part at least. Using the message box to cook the bomb.
Yeah, Jaejo did the same thing. It's just, you know, really smart. But like, all right, let the message box do that, so you're good. Did find Sick Kid, so. Oh, that's actually real incoherent. The throw down the hookshot caves is where you throw from the top wall of the passage, so that's actually.
I'll have to keep that in mind. Ah, so this is how. All right.
I missed. Where was the middle of Paradox? I was looking at Jaejo's
Arc
stream.
Sanctuary.
Oh, beautiful.
So that's actually a pretty nice connector once
Yeah.
the Old Man is. Like everything's kind of set up here. Arm's gonna go see the. So
And-
you know, has knowledge of the.
Yeah. And once again, just like that, we talk about the connector roulette. It's like knowing also too that like, you know, you occasionally, for the people that spot, like you find a moon pearl on a ledge, or like suddenly the value of connectors goes way up. And again, like thinking about things that would potentially push him towards that spiral cave or everything else. That's one of those, right? Because we've already found pod. So that's some free items there too.
Yeah, like in. I think Arm may just hold off on it until he gets like a Sword Arc level a little bit. Just
For sure.
Just because he can get to the Bonk Rocks, to check Bonk Rocks after this, and I think you kind of just want to do that in one go.
Also, boots without a weapon, without a sword, is one of the most like.
Yeah.
For all the people that played swordless last year, I do not envy you.
Yeah, so JJ's probably going to end up following Super Bunny Cave after this.
Oh, that's interesting because I figured that Arm would have. Oh, you know, he's probably going to do Shovel with Super Bunny. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah, he's just going to go quickly take a look what's over here. And probably go up into the Eastern Palace region.
Yeah, I think grabbing the 9 bombs, that's...
I miss what that was. Was that a shield? No, that couldn't have been a shield.
Where? On
Lake Island. That was a small cave.
Oh, small key.
Yeah, it looked like... I was going to say it looked like a fighter shield, but then I realized both of them already have fighter shields. And it was going to be too small for a level 2 shield. So let's see what's in Renegade today.
Yeah, I guess shockingly, the mountain really did not have much of all.
No. That's Checkerboard Cave. I mean, we still have Hyrule Castle.
Yeah.
Plus the Brothers Connector and CAC. All right. This will actually be really good for Arm. If you
Yes, it's a nice, delightful terminus.
Yeah, no, but this is also going to be Death Mountain access for him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So this is actually a little more important for Arm because this, he now knows like if he does this, he can get himself a save and quit one CAC, and that's really important for him right now. He'll take the health refill.
Yeah, you better believe you take the health refill right now.
Alright, so where is Jaejo gonna go now?
I definitely, yeah, this is probably going to be insert random connector here. I don't think he checked every house either. I don't think he saw...
No, he hasn't gone over to the screen of the Smiths. That's...
Right. I think he missed Saha as well. So, like, he kind of just, for lack of a better way of putting it, Julo'd his way through CAC, decided to dartboard and go, I'm going to go in this house, and this house. So he still has this to clean up. He'll get boost at some point soon.
Yeah, unless, like, he just accidentally finds the Moon Pearl and then decides to skip. But I don't think that'll happen.
And again, like, it's sort of the value of the flute, right? Like, I can leave CAC, I can come back and do all this at any point, so...
Yeah. Yeah, so this is Arm right here.
Yep.
Just... Sure, the item wasn't worth it, but the same quick point is. Oh boy. He got that dead rock stock in like the worst possible spot. He couldn't get around it and couldn't get in the door. Yeah, so this is going to be the Brothers Connector, I kind of expect. No? Okay, good. He's getting his boots. Yeah. 20-minute boots, you don't feel too bad to that.
No.
Kind of you are slightly later than the other runner.
20-minute boots versus an hour and 20-minute boots are a whole different kind of sinking feeling. 20-minute boots, like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but you know, I just also realized, oh, okay.
What's that?
Arm could have gone into Meyer.
But
actually, no, he could have gone into Meyer. He couldn't have done anything in Meyer.
yeah, he doesn't have a weapon to do Meyer, so...
Yeah. Yeah, so... I'm going to take a second just to like clean this up and see where this goes. Ooh. It's really nice.
I knew that Alzen, which that is really nice. Like Alzen just went, Peter, with what weapon? Yeah, they cannot kill wizards with bombs. So
Shut up.
I like it out of nowhere.
All of us said it in a second. I'm just like, wait, he can get in the... Wait, no, he can't.
I already had the thought. I managed to suppress it.
Look, I managed to watch a seed this week where runners were forced to use like Burn and Fire Rod to get through Meyer 2 to get a hammer.
B isn't logical, right?
I don't think it'd be as logical.
It's like Ice Rod for sure. Oh, there's... Okay, even perfect.
Another entrance into Arl Castle. Nice.
Ice Rod's 100% logic. B, not so much.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is, at least right now for Arm, is... Oh, look, our stun drop's a key. He's got a boomerang now to stun these guards, so... You have a lot more flexibility with doing bomb escape.
I really hate
Bomber
that
escape.
joke will get me every time. That the stun drop is a key. I just... It's one of those sad laughs where I'm like, oh god, why are you like this? This is one of those things too, though, and on Jaejo's side, you're kind of running. I hate to say that you're running out of entrances. Like you have enough, even with the connectors. Like one of those things where you're eventually going to have to do some of these spots without a glove.
Yeah.
But oh, that's true. Yeah, we actually have the flipper checks, which Jaejo did. Oh, they both Houlihan now. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jar of Hera. That's 2 items for us. 1 actual item for us.
Grab the money. Grab the. You gotta grab the money. You're at 400. Get the money.
Oh no. I don't like the fact that we have in logic half magic.
Huh.
But yeah, let's take a look.
Magic extension fighter sword. Brinax. Haha.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting for Arm. Arm could theoretically get himself all the way back to there's our invincibility items, so the books and logic.
Books and logic, yeah. I suspect he'll try, although 5 bombs,
I mean, you can do Dark Cross. It's
Yeah,
killing the key rat's going to be the problem.
he can do the thing, and I know that he can do the thing. It's definitely a question of, like, do you want to do the thing? And I would just say Dark Cross is probably a fine spot to end this, but I don't know.
Jaejo has spent way too much money on bombs, but also learns that these down at Desert Palace are red crystals today. Yeah, looks like, well, we still have a couple connectors left, and but it looks like our potential answer is sitting over here in Ice Rod Cave area. He's got the key.
Yep.
Now he just has to not die to bats.
He's fine. Going to throw Boomerang a couple 100 times, he'll find it. And for our lovely prize of...
He'll take the fire rod.
Yep. You absolutely will take that.
You know, that could be a lamp-locked fire rod today.
Oh, IKEA Meyer access. Ooh,
No, yeah.
I know he's 100%. I mean, well, again, we're still.
That's still
we
not
can
in
do the
logic,
thing.
but yeah,
I think at some point, logic, smiley face.
at some point. Oh, good. This is our. You know, honestly, like, this is a good set of connectors today. So let's see what Arm's gonna do now. Like, I have to imagine he's gonna go to Spiral Cave now, just because if not, when
yeah, I mean, I think this is a great time to do so. Again, we have our
No.
we have this now, so but
He never checked. So this is going to be a Gina's cave over here.
oh, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Oh shoot, we had bumper. That's right. Bumper cave was a thing on the other side of the mountain, and we had the cave board. Oh good. Well, there's our Meyer access that we were talking about. Quake medallion for Meyer. We have 2 ways into Meyer today.
Nice. Yeah, for those in the bunny pocket, especially, we don't have a bottle.
Yeah, so I think this is probably shovel into Super Bunny Farm. I think we're gonna push south for.
Yeah, I mean, again, exhausting. I think all of the options that they have because something is bound to be it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now. What exactly do we have left here? We haven't seen Hammerpeg's cave, and we have illogical access to the dark side of dark.
I mean, we didn't see some of the other like flipper checks. I think we stopped, right?
Oh yeah. We didn't see Zora the cave, the waterfall cave. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Arm does not have bombs, unfortunately.
Oh.
I forget what that was, but it wasn't truly important.
Yeah, the one nice thing too, unfortunately, I think Arm got lucky with chest game and got the 100 rupees, and then also Jaejo spent another 100, so that's basically the differential here.
Yeah, JJ spent 100 rupees buying the bomb pack from the bomb shop, which has a premium. And we did pick up the Hera Small somewhere. So, you know what? Let's take a look and see what this is.
So it was reasonably early, I think, but yeah.
Oh, okay, so the Hera Small is on Laser Bridge. So it's in logic with the cave that JJ has, but Arm doesn't.
Well,
Uh,
he's got bombs.
yeah, he's got bombs now.
Yeehaw.
Gonna go check Uncle.
Yeah, and like I said, the rupee values make this a little bit nicer too. I think, oh yeah, JJ must have just save and quit after getting this cape here.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I don't blame him. If I don't have the rupees, I'm at least going to think a little bit cautiously about trying to do that, not create an orphan if I don't have to, but
Yeah.
so Jaejo at least will also be doing some of the same, probably presuming all the way going in the back as well.
Let's see.
Yeah, and I could point out again, like with the flute, right? Like there's not gonna, like, he would rather just do it all. Or maybe not. So electing not to mess around with this in terms of time spent, so.
So that'll be a nice fire rod. That'll be a... Like, it's probably not going to lock the glove. But you never know.
Oh, well, now Jaejo is just going to farm his stun prize.
What's our stun prize? Red rubies?
Red rubies.
Yeah, you might as well.
The flute that Jaejo has is the item in Spiral Cave. Spiral Cave is at the Lumberjack Hut.
Yeah.
And apparently he saw the stun prize in Castle Geologist didn't notice. Yes, fair.
Good. And we have already found Hype Cave, which is a glove and a hammer for Megan Logic.
Disgusting.
Let's see what do we have here? That looked like maybe a bottle.
That's a bottle, so that's for our sick kid up on mountain that we have. Well, what's Laura got for us today?
Yeah. Arrows. Yeah, to get the... Jaejo will have an easier time with the flute to get back there.
Yeah, there was a really decent time for Arm to do it when he was checking some things, but now I think it's just going to be when he gets glove and gets back up to that area, so it might be a while.
Or he's out of other things to check. I mean,
yeah.
Realistically, like, he's doing shovel into super money now, and then after that, he doesn't really have a lot left other than checking, like, the Brothers connector or the Bumper Cave connector. So he might as well do... He's going to have, like, right after this route, he's going to have, like, 3 things, only one of which is going to give him an item. So he may just push it then. Yeah, I would agree, Allison, with the flute. The good thing is that we do have a saving point in CAC itself, so it's not nearly as important to miss now as it is later.
Yeah, and also there is the bow on Desert Ledge, which, you know, I think also incentivizes kind of following these connectors as well, so...
Yeah, both of our runners have seen it, so... JJ's gonna go check the bottle now. Let's see what it is.
Yes, Arm saw Spiral Cave and didn't take it because it was 3 hearts, and I think he only had 3 bombs.
So the way that Arm routed... Jaejo went up through Lost Woods and then to Lumberjack, Allison. Arm, on the other hand, went Lumberjack to Lost Woods. And so, for Jaejo, it was the terminus of his route. For Arm, he also had just picked up the powder in Lost Woods and obviously was just going to head straight for CAC.
Yep, that does not surprise me one bit. With that Moon Pearl, I mean, again, I don't really think Jaejo had much left, so that doesn't really surprise me at all. Orb Kid.
Yeah, actually, I must have made a misclick on my tracking where the I thought that was the Brothers Connect. Never mind. I thought that was the Brothers. I thought that was the Brothers Connector in CAC. It was the Old Woman House. Well, we did find our connection up to Dark Death Mountain, the Floating Island connector as well. So this is going to be Arm heading for Loot.
Yes, I think in all shaking out, this has really been not like, again, the difference between this flute and these boots, you know, about a little bit both sides. Oh, well, I guess we're not going to go get our flute yet after all.
Oh, he didn't have... Did he not have a bomb to blow open...
Oh, that's right. He didn't have the bombs here, so he immediately jumped in the water. This is right. No.
Okay.
resource management isn't a skill, smiley face.
That's the name up there. Yeah. So really, but right now, like, we'll have to see the Skull One's layout. But Arm's going to be, he's going to have the fire rod up on Jaejo for the time being. Because Jaejo's not going to get that now until he sees a glove or a lamp, and even then.
Yeah, and this is the middle connector that Jaejo did not walk out of. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Arm will get this immediately activate, and I think he has probably deduced that there's literally nothing else left aside from that sick kid, so... I'm still getting bullied.
Yeah. So all in all, really, both of our runners are going to be in a very similar spot. Arm a little behind, but not that far, honestly.
Yeah, and this one very small difference will probably just be, again, speaking of, like, this whole Skull was adventure.
Yeah.
But nothing, again, to really write home about. We are early enough in the seed that I suspect a lot of this stuff is not going to matter.
Yeah, and honestly, this and good call for Arm right here. Big Key Dice Palace. But he has the ability to do Mire. You should realize this isn't in logic, but this is going to be 6 checks for him, so this will go.
Yeah, this is keyless, which is always, you know, depending on who you talk to, some of your meh. But I mean, again, not terrible. It's not a bad spot to get back to. Like,
and this is pushing your fire rod. It's not 100% in logic, but it could very well be.
yeah, as a 2,000 point, it's not a bad spot to get back to. I'm kind of shocked, but at the same time, this could just be... This could be thinking time, too. Which, I mean, I suspect he's going immediately to go do this to kid, but it could be one of those things if he's missed something. Like, this is just taking time to do something.
I mean, we're out of logic for most of this dungeon just by not having a real weapon, an in-logic weapon. But that's... You're running by here. You might want to take advantage of the fact that you're running by here. Even if it is just a flute trip away.
Yeah, so I think we had a particularly gross layout for Skullwoods. We did at least have a Skullwood small to kind of bail and get all the items, which included a sword.
Yeah, we did. Damn, an item today is only 50 rupees. Yeah, and Hyrule Castle spits us out in Vo, so I'm pretty sure that's exactly where Jaejo's heading. Actually, no, he got a sword. Okay, so this is good for...
Yeah, I mean, and this is, yeah, we were talking when this would happen. This was going to be with something a little bit...
Yeah, so we'll see here if how far in here Jaejo is willing to go.
Oh, with a sword, I mean, Jaejo's going to the back. I would be
I would
shocked.
hope so.
I would be absolutely shocked if he did not.
I would hope so, but you know, sometimes. Like, with it being in vanilla sync, like, there might be some reticence. Like, if this was, like, Pyramid or Aga, you know, Aga 1 or Aga 2 to get to the back of Escape, then. Yeah, but he's gone. Got the key rat. It's going to be kind of miffed at the fact that the fire rat's back here and he already went to Skull Woods.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's kind of an unfortunate thing.
Oh, hey, wow, I think that's the second seed in a row I've seen a hammer in that spot.
Well, I'm late to that hammer.
Yeah, unfortunately, oh, well, you know what? I don't blame him for doing this. Not blaming him for turning in the mushroom too, though it's in Dark World. Was either in that spot or in Spike Chest, Allison. That's right. But yeah, we'll take a hammer. And this is going to be the roll for.
Yeah, and I suspect he might have already figured it out, but again, kind of one of those like, well, I have a way to do it, I might as well do it. Or it could have been a taking time to think. Again, Arm is quick enough that it wouldn't shock me that he realized that Sikki was all he had left, but again, sort of a right there kind of check.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've already had the discussion in chat. I for sure would have been late as hell with that hammer, but... Yeah, and this will be checking the two dark entrances. Yeah,
and this actually work out well. I didn't see exactly which one of these connectors it was, but one of these connectors was the it looked like it was the Brothers the bumper ledge connector. That is Eastern Palace at the archery game. With a connection to Meyer and a bow out there that you know that you can get at. Oh, maybe not. I wonder if it's it must be the Fairy Cave connector that takes you to the back, old man. Whatever.
Yeah, this is immediately going to the... I think there was the mini Moldorm cave over here. Oh, also the... Yeah, that's right.
Okay, there's our first Meyer key. Our first entrance of the Desert Palace. Yeah. Yeah, 6 items. You're just grabbing this now. Ooh. Interesting. So with the Eastern Palace Biggie, I'll understand if Arm skips Eastern Palace when he goes by because he's at this point wanting that bow. But
yeah, I mean, he spotted the bow as well, so it could definitely just be a, like, waiting to... Yeah, we also have this too.
Yeah. There's my side. Big Pod. I believe that's our. Oh, no, that's our second small Pod.
Yes.
Big Swamp. Showing up more frequently in this tournament for some reason.
Worth it entirely.
Yeah.
First glove waiting room.
So our backside the Desert Palace. And JJ's gonna go do a full Dark World tour here.
Yeah, I mean, you have flippers, right? Like, you have the ability to do this. There's this just a... And wouldn't shock me that we find some glove or anything else, but I'm trying to remember. No, we haven't seen any access this way, right? The only thing, the closest thing was that middle paradox. So yeah, we've had a way to do this whole time.
Yeah.
Arm doing this to get back to Dark World. Yeah, here we
go. One of our Hyrule Castle exits is also.
That's right. Yeah, Hyrule left. Yeah.
So. Okay, Daga Tower to our eventual well is over at Dark Shopping Mall.
Gross. So we'll see this one time and never again.
You know what? Now here we're gonna go see something for your. Oh, is that a GT Big Key? Oh god.
Oh, you better believe it.
Look, we got a nice file smith that's infinitely better. Now, the one thing that Arm is missing here is he did not follow the connector. There is a connector that Jaejo took, and I'm not sure exactly which one, other than I think it's the one in Light World Hyde Cave that takes you to Bumper Ledge, and that was a Turtle Rock Small, so Arm's going to be missing that for a little while. Ah, that's where our first pod key was, over in the dam.
Let's try to remember, what was the connector that got us to my area? That was it Bumper?
Yeah, Bumper, and then there was a Brothers connector there as well, which actually could be our bridge connector. So, but Bumper's over, you know. Like, Bumper's not horrible to get to, but it does involve going through Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, Hyrule Castle left goes to Vu as well, and as Ed was saying, yeah, this back of Old Man is what got us to Top Bumper, so.
Ah, that's the back of Old Man, alright.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know. This is Eastern in the mid game is just like to me, just it's items. But you know, there are people that I guess similarly to it's.
I'm dead.
Yeah, apparently you were dead. You fell off the commentary.
Oh, that was because I muted myself to take a drink.
Understand. Yeah, I mean the 4 to 5 items in the mid game is just seems like it's always worth doing. I'd totally get the early game. I'd for sure get the late game skips, but I don't know if that. Well, there's the other side of Hookshot Cave. So actually, we would have had a other way to get here as well from Vu, no less. So
Yeah. So it's a pretty decent set of connectors all today. Like, Jaejo did a map check.
yeah, it's that connector is actually really nice just to kind of get through all of the weird maybe stuff that you left behind. But
Yeah.
I thought Arm knew item dash buffers, but it might be something that I just get to blow his mind about for once.
Took a death here. Interesting.
And he's got a fairy 2 in the bottle.
Yeah, but he. I'm just saying it's interesting because he didn't go and repair the fact that he stole us.
Yeah.
Stole its small key. So he's down to Skull and Small Key because I don't think we've seen him one in the wild that wasn't in Cannonball Run yet. Oh, good, it's King's Tomb. Arm is winning the bottle race today. He could have money pocketed that for his Merle.
Yeah, that's a whole ass statement that I do not want to repeat.
Don't. No, he was. Yeah, he could have, but I don't think he was. No. 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 He was already past going to Sick Kid by the time he went to the Dark World. He was not going to... That wouldn't have helped him. Oh. Where did Jaejo picked up a bow somewhere over in the pot.
Dig game.
Oh, it was Dig
yeah,
game.
it's literally right
That's
next
right.
to the palace, which is
yeah. So Arm will do that one shot. Yeah. Somehow I didn't process that was what the Dig game prize was. Oh, good. There's her fluff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Anyway, Odd has the glove, but that's not really going to do. That's more entrances that aren't Meyer for that hammer before Jaejo. But he's going to get into the back and grab another 5 items.
The second I feel like Jaejo gets a small, Meyer is literally flute spot 1. He will go into it like.
Yeah. All right. So Arm is not going to go check the other side of Turtle Rock. Hope it's not at Pyramid Ferry or something. Arm is going to go try for the hover.
Yeah, this is a recently learned thing that he can do, which is just...
You know what?
Christ on a bike. He did the thing. On restream, no less. Sure. Well...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Alright. Look, you got a sword out of it.
Yeah, take your sword. Just get the hell out. I believe, and I'm not about to be, I'm just going to say, if I'm not mistaken, there's a couple of pixels that you have to be precisely lined up for that bonk to work. It's like 1 or 2, I think, that you can do, right?
Yeah.
And, but I don't know, I don't move my A button fast enough to make that happen, smiley face.
Oh, no, Arm.
Oh, arm for the, no, oh, God.
Arm's thinking, like, what's the worst that could happen? I've got a bow at dig game.
Oh, this game is perfect.
And he wins the race to bottle percent.
Perfect.
Arm is now perfectly well equipped to go into Ice Cavern. Until we get something like Blue Fire arrows.
Yeah, Ikea, with the knowledge we have behind the booth, absolutely. Like, as an always dip Eastern Palace person myself. The hammer is in the Misery Mire spike chest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
It's somewhere on right side Mire. You know,
I want to say it's the map chest.
No, it's map chest. You're right. Who would I say is ahead currently? I don't really feel comfortable putting an objective spin on this, so I will say that Arm is 1 crystal ahead, which is clearly an uncomeback-fromable advantage.
Never mind, Arm's got the mirror.
Oh, for the... I'm done. I'll be right back, because Alison is actually just cackling, and I can feel it in my...
You know where I also saw a mirror at Race Game the other day?
Won't talk about that either. Oh, God. I've never felt smugness so hard in my entire life.
Are you sure? Hey, Wally, guess where the bow is? Oh, just wait like 1 minute, Wally.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Here we go.
Oh, no, no. Mira's an Eastern beer.
Yeah. And Arm is going right back in the Eastern.
I wish I had the clips on Discord soundboards for the emotional damage, because I think that encapsulates everything so well right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the brewery. Those arrows.
Yeah, sure. If I'm not mistaken, that eastern big key was in Mini Moldorm Cave, which was
Correct.
Super Bunny lower on and
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, in order to get there, you have to take the old woman house through CAC.
Right.
You,
Yeah.
And actually, like, doing that isn't too bad, because that's also Swamp Palace, mind you. They don't have the small key yet, but you can take the first tech when you run through it. Now we still haven't seen these ice or. I've seen one exit into desert, so we're still missing thieves down in Ice Palace for our dungeons. That's Crystal for Arm, number 2.
Yeah, whatever lead I said that Arm had before is twice as big now.
Well, I think you would find that technically it's not a defined number, so it's infinite in some
Exactly.
programming representations. Oh, good. Do so. And we have the big key. And it's
And it's the
crystal.
crystal.
So. So we know Skullwoods is a crystal.
Yeah. We know Desert's a crystal from... Yeah, sorry.
Walk key to GT. Ooh, there's our Samaria.
Ooh, baby.
Which we may or may not need today, but we'll see.
Yeah, that is a very good point, actually.
Yeah, because we're down to needing 2 more crystals.
Yeah, we are rapidly approaching item mode, or air quote item mode. Like, we're getting the confluence of those items, so we're just missing at least, you know, Desert Palace big key for sure between them, and a couple of keys. So this could, yeah, this is big and lots of question marks, and a small Skullwood small key.
Don't remind me. Yeah, I don't know what Arm was doing there. I wonder if he thought he found one in the wild somewhere. I mean, he can still get it, but that's not going to be... If the race is going to come down to, I forgot to grab
I
a cannonball room, because
I assure you that if it gets to the point where he is at, like, Skullwood small key, he'll be frantically searching his VOD to see if he picked that up. And again, I don't even know, he might have it on his tracker too, but like, oh, oopsies, I forgot to, so... Okay, I wasn't sure if he got dropped in the pinball room. I thought Jaejo did. I'm not sure if he...
Jaejo did, but Arm went to... Oh, he did. Shoot.
Okay, so if he also did, then yeah. So he couldn't then. It's fine.
Alright, yeah.
We both got pinballed then. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Three more items for. Arma said, "I'm not getting close to that block again." Okay, so there's a skull and small key in the front of TR. Everybody will be safe.
Oh, okay, that is. Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but it is. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. Well, Arm's going to be getting to his frankly insurmountable, adding even more to his infinite lead right now. Quite frankly, mathematicians just didn't know what they were doing when they invented zero.
Mathematicians don't know what they're doing, period. So, and that's fine too.
And I'm surprised. So I see Jaejo's heading for chain chomps. It looks like. Kind of surprised knowing where one of the turtle rock exits is, or the middle.
Yeah,
especially considering that Laser Bridge is in CAC, and we could get to.
I think Jaejo has seen. Well,
I mean, it doesn't matter. He didn't spend the extra key.
Spend the extra key, yeah, so we're good.
But, like...
Yeah, I mean, again, I certainly trust the people in the chat that play the game a lot more than me to know about speed. Just... Yeah, all you have 2 keys, it's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Eastern Palace Big Key is a medieval dorm cave, which is on Dark Death Mountain, so ECDM bottom. It's like think of the vanilla Super Bunny entrance.
Yeah. Ooh, that's actually really unfortunate.
Yeah.
He didn't get to Pod, which was over at the lake store. Not the lake store, the blind side, which is at the lake store. And that's got the Pod big key. But maybe he's going to have a little more luck when he discovers, oh, hey, this is... I'll say, because this is actually the top of Upper Ledge for him. Oh, good. I hate it.
Well, the second that was also a crystal too, correct? Do I see in the corner, or am I just like...
I believe so. We have found all 4 of our swords. How many GT keys? We don't actually have any GT smalls.
Yeah, I believe we had 0 because Jaejo went to the pot key on left side to steal that. I actually missed where Jaejo got his Master Sword, but...
His Master Sword...
It exists. It's out there, so I'm sure we'll find it at some point.
Yeah, he got it just before Arm did. So I think it's somewhere over here.
No, I believe Beer said it was Pod Compass, and I would totally believe that.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's our 4GT small key, logically.
Ugh.
Almost vanilla. Yeah, so... Now the one bad thing is I don't think Arm is going to icebreaker the seed.
Well,
His Samaria's glove locked right below
Right.
Ice Palace, and when he has the glove to do it, he'll probably just finish.
he'll
Ice.
probably just do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is yet another potential dungeon completable for Arm.
Yeah. I
Arm
mean,
act-
it will be very curious to see between. I think what we have left. I think that's pod. Yeah, it might be pod 2 or pod 3. So I wonder what he decides to do in terms of trying to route dungeons up and how aggressive he goes here.
Well, he's gonna have 2 pod smalls. Yeah. Was there anything good in the back? Alpha's room is Turtle's room, so there's another minor small key.
I mean, the other thing he can potentially do and is probably maybe just thinking about is at some point going to get GT done as well. So that's something like even just doing Stalfos room. So
Yeah, no, because like when Arm's done here, like he's not going to do the shopping mall right now, and the only thing down there really was like Agate Tower. But like he'll find Hookshot Cave here, and that's his way back into the Village of Outcast region, and he can go do. Oh, let's see there. Desert. Okay, so JJ's going to be getting his hammer finally.
yeah.
Yeah, Telthar. I don't think Arm follows here. Because I think he's going to do Hookshot Cave, and then he's going to have enough, like, I can go do dungeon stuff now. Oh. Well.
Huh.
Wow. Game. What are you doing to us?
Woo.
Alright, well, we have MITS access, not that it really matters much. I mean, it'll matter. Alison, I'm sorry! Turtle Ray, Laser Eyes exited at Pyramid Crack.
Oh, not again.
You know the thing I made a joke about 20 minutes ago? Yeah, here we go. And now the entire sequence of events will play out for Arm. I could have had we'll be 4 or 5 crystals ahead. But his sequencing has just been a little bit unfortunate. Yeah, Jaejo has the hammer. It's probably a little irritated. But right now, the bigger thing for Jaejo is actually finding that Eastern Palace big key.
Yeah. Which, you know, it could be a connection that he takes incredibly soon, because I'm pretty sure that he's got just a couple things to do left in CAC and then everything else. But, you know, also, too, he just left GT, so he might be compelled to do that. Just to kind of sequence break some of that stuff as well.
I mean, you got the boots. You're halfway to shot already.
But this could also be just, you know, he's got enough thing, like, you know, turn the mushroom here, so.
Yeah, he knows where.
He knows where that is.
And it's not that far from his save and quit spots.
Yeah, be back of old man down to. Yeah, I suspect after this, Arm may just continue kind of back into the Vu area, probably dip pod.
Yeah, no, I think he hops down, he gets Samarium, maybe he goes with checks. God. Well, that's both of our mail upgrades in their vanilla dungeon locations today. But yeah, no, I think he'll grab Samarium, maybe he goes up and does the front of TR. Because that's in the back of.
That's true.
Woods. Oh, good. That's our second castle tower key, so we're over a lamp away from having, well, logic. And Jaejo's going to be. This is good for Jaejo in a sense, but it's not good for Jaejo.
No, it's not, because yeah, Jaejo will not have an Eastern Palace big key, so that's actually going to be a disaster.
Oh god, yeah, no, because the mirror's in there. That's right. Oh shit.
This is in fact horrific for Jaejo.
Yeah, and Thea sounds mirror locked, so it's 100% required today, and that's our last Misery Mire key. TR Vicky. Your B word.
Yeah, the other B word.
I heard some people call it the F word.
We will not do that on stream. Yeah, and I was just trying to think of like what Arm now has left to kind of start to clean up, and I mean, I think it's going to be possibly TR, but I think pod into GT is after it gets to Samaria. Like I think the Samaria is just going to probably tell him to beeline at least for some of the GT stuff.
Yeah. The one thing he doesn't have is he doesn't have that GT big key. But there wasn't anything in that chest.
That was also in Pod?
That was
no.
That was Aga Tower.
He might go. Oh wait, no, that's in Dark Shopping Mall. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, he's found all the dungeons at this point. I think, in his mind, I think the only item cave we haven't seen so far is probably Ice Rod Cave and the library.
Yeah, I've not been super diligent, but I think you're right that we've seen most everything.
Yeah. So for him, it's Aga Tower, Ice Rod Cave, or the library for items, and it's. I mean, I guess there's, it's Aga Tower and Crosskeys that's guarding the well. It's like the thing that everybody hates. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is good for Jaejo, and he's gonna hate this.
Yeah. Arm, get back in there.
Not happy, but that's his fourth. He is up to 4 crystals now. We do have bombos on TR. Okay, here's Ice Ride. All right. So I think Arm's seen everything except for Aga Tower at this point. Yeah. Yeah, so for Arm, he'll get a Skullwood Small Key out of here. I think there might have been another pod key in here. So I'll probably just start clearing the rest of his dungeons.
Yeah, with another pod key, I wonder... Do you just chance... Oh, so obviously we're still looking for a Desert Palace big key, right? But I guess I wonder, do you just chance Helm at this point? I guess when you have 4, then you might as well.
Yeah. Jaejo's probably not happy.
Yeah, that is a particularly unhappy and will probably be a forever last location.
Yeah. And probably go do Hero next because you got Hook Shot, you got the Hero Big Key, you got Temper Sword. It's a crystal.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I don't think he waits that long. I think there's definitely some things he does soon-ish, but it's more just getting this done quick as well.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a chat's point too. You're right. I guess you don't want to wait because you know it's a crystal as well. I always think he probably would try and spike a mirror, but
yeah, that's true. All right, so that is Arm's 5th crystal.
Yep.
So basically, we're on the hunt for the Desert Big, and then maybe an Ice Rod or the Swamp Small.
Yeah, and again, like he's got 2 very large item dense locations within CAC. Either he runs up and does pod or he runs south of GT. And
yeah, he's doing GT.
I'm going GT, which I think will then get him at least pod 4. He'll do stuff, he'll do any number of things here, but yeah.
Yeah, this will be his 4th pod small. He also have tempered finally. He still doesn't know that you can actually go and get silvers. because he never followed that connector path. But he'll have gotten mitts by the time he makes it over to. He'll have mitts too, so he can go check Fire Region as well.
Mir is in
Oh.
the east. Oh, right.
Jaejo did Tire Room, but didn't open that chest. That's, you know, can you think of a seed recently in your head, Zaf, where you've seen one of the desert keys lock the other one in Desert Palace?
No, I can't think of a single time that's ever happened. I also believe the hookshot, apologies, is in Chicken Hut, which is the race game left entrance. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So by the time Zaf Arb's getting out of here, he's gonna have 5 pot smalls.
Yeah.
Pot's his next definite port of call.
I think yeah. Sorry, I was actually like looking at my notes.
Yeah, because there's going to be one more pot small here behind Ice Armlx.
Yep.
Which theoretically does technically mean that there is a chance right now that Arm is in go mode. But we won't know it until he does pot.
Still missing Desert Palace Big, right? So
Still missing. But what am I saying? I'm an idiot.
definitely potential for one item go mode though.
Well, never mind. There's their ice rod over
Well.
there in Mini Muddler.
So
Here's our lamp. There's another. Okay, we can open up all the entrances now.
yeah. And immediately check that as well, or semi-immediately check that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we apparently know our pendants, by the way, our pod and TR from map checks, so...
Right. So we're looking for a Swamp Small and a Desert Big.
Okay. So 2 items. That sinking feeling just hits.
That being said, there's still a shit ton of items in pod and for
Right.
Arm, and Trinex isn't the worst kill to get quickly nab.
See, GT Big Chest was nothing.
No.
Where was that? We've been over that. GT Big Key was...
I saw behind the GT Big Key was over in Castle Tower.
That's right, yeah, Castle Tower.
So.
Oh, yeah.
So like Arm will get. That's probably going to be one of Arm's last locations that he'll find. So, and when he does it, I inevitably think he's probably going to end up climbing. And that's almost down for Jaejo. We're 4-3 now.
And he's also very quickly going to get this hook shot as well, so he's not going to be super far behind. The biggest thing is just going to be all the orphan interests he's going to have to go back and find now.
Yeah.
So this will be getting him his hook shot.
Yeah. Arm's like, okay, I've got 5 pod keys. I'm just going to do pop. We'll even look into Laser Bridge too and just see that it's a crystal as well, a pendant when he gets by it. Yeah, and he's going to do this because Big Chest is sitting over at Thieves Down entrance, and this is chess game. Yeah, this is Arm right now has an advantage, but it's not anywhere close to being definitive. Yeah. Like, Arm's one major problem right now is, like, he's still hasn't full cleared, like, entrances. And there's still some items out there that he may want to chase, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the bigger time waste that is easily on the table for him is the potential for double climbs, which could be particularly useless. Like, if it's just something like a spike cave, which we've seen at Waterfall. Or something else like that.
Oh, that's not good for Arm.
Oh, no, that's not. Speaking of. Because that was where he died earlier.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is he's going to have Ms. Mitts coming out of here, so you may make the option to go do Spit Chain. And
yeah,
clean that up. You have that excuse. That's a Thief on Small Key. So...
Actually, the really nice thing would be if Arm finds Desert Big Key soonish, and then goes to Desert back, and then manages to get over to Bombos Tablet. But yeah, that's going to be kind of filthy for a little bit too, just because there's nothing really to pull him that way.
Yeah, but you want to, you know, it's one of those things. Are you going to lose to it or not? But yeah. Yeah, actually, you're right. No, because Desert Palace Big is there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, in terms of that really sucked to happen to Arm to take that death on that screen when he was for sure headed that way at the time. So,
yeah. So like, but like if Desert Palace Big Key's over here on,
like, obviously if the Desert Palace Big Key is in Swamp, that's a lot of trash that Arm, like I said, he can easily do, right? Like, there are double climbs in his future. Yeah, they both get mitts, right? But it's a fact, so.
I don't think Jaejo did found East Town.
No, that is
the K45.
K45, yeah.
That's interesting.
They didn't do any checks. Okay.
Oh, okay. So he walked in and then walked out. I'm surprised that he didn't do the front four, but...
I'm also shocked with this, because I would have just gone up to Swamp and then do this afterwards. I guess I've lost track about which runner has done what, though.
He was, so for what,
Yeah, because Jaejo was up on the mountain, right, so he could have easily just gone into Dark World.
But he didn't intend to go to the mountain that way. He went through Desert Palace, checking a connector.
Oh,
so
okay,
he ended up in the Light
yeah.
World incidentally, not on purpose.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Alright, so that is pendant 1 for Arm. Jaejo's gonna go pick up a silvers because it's free. Of course, he's gonna Ice Palace for Jaejo is the worst place in the world. The other side of your save and quit mirrored.
Ice Palace, yeah, is top of Bumper. So
yeah, top of Bumper, but in the light world. So you have to save and quit out of. You have to use the old man back entrance to get there. The someone in chat has pointed out it's the split name, otherwise known as the Southwest Death Meadow Foothills Cave. Why do I know that acronym? Alright. Where's Jaejo headed? Jaejo's to top of castle.
yeah, Jesus still got top of castle to go. Arm is headed.
You already beat Mothul Arm.
I think this was meant for the Grande Connector right below this, I suspect. Yeah.
Yeah. Arm's gonna go quickly pop his head into Swamp and check upstairs.
Also, Ether
And-
Tablet?
Maybe Ether Tablet too.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's like there's things over here that I'm not sure were ever checked on either side.
Yeah.
But
Alright. Alright, so let's see. So both our runners basically need the Desert Palace big key.
yeah, I mean that's
And
Swamp.
yes, oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
you can say it.
Nope, go ahead.
Swamp House Small Key is at Bombo's tablet, which Arm took a death to walking out of Desert Palace boss entrance over there, so it's kind of like a spot where he's not really going to have a reason to check it unless it's like Purple Chest. On the other hand, like if he finds the Desert Palace big key on Ether Tablet or a Tower of Hair entrance, then Arm, you have the Desert Palace small key.
Yeah.
You just realized, yeah. Oh, good. There's our Meyer big key.
Yeah, I think.
Unfortunately, nothing on the right side of desert. That's good for Jaejo. He accidentally skipped those checks.
Yeah, the one thing would be if Jaejo needs to find the ice, which, you know, some entrance hunting with what he's got left is not really going to be hard. It's going to be just narrowing things down. Yeah, Arm getting back to
The first tablet, but not the one he
Yeah.
needs to do.
Blessed Swamp Palace. Appreciate you, bud. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he has all entrance access. He's going to be finding it, right? So.
Yeah. The one thing, Inco, is that at this point, Arms probably hit almost every entrance in the game other than Agate Tower for our item chests. So. Arms gonna love this. Literally the next stop on his.
Yep, perfect. Yeah, so I mean, at this point, I think we're kind of in the weird spot of what next, which
Jaejo skipped left side swamp.
Jaejo skipped left side swamp. It's possible that Jaejo may think about going back for it after. No, okay, it's the same equip. No, I mean, I guess to be fair, it is not that far on. Like, you want to start doing cleanup, but at one item from go with some things to do and still an ice palace to find as well. So, which he is literally about to find. I don't blame him for.
Who the fuck is Post Malone? Yeah, so let's see.
I need a second after that tough. I'll be right back.
You heard me. And Jaejo's a nice palace now. I have Broken Staff.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright.
Sorry, you kind of broke me with that one.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, I guess the one good thing, sorry, I'm going back to this, I think they'll both be kind of zeroing in on the same thing coming up, which is this climb, and...
Yeah.
Yeah, the difference here will be Go Mode Swamp is reasonably fast, Go Mode Thieves, which, I mean, I guess Jaejo might go back for at some point soon?
And you're still looking for items, I can't imagine.
Yeah, this probably, yeah, and, you know, dungeon to dungeon.
Yeah, at this point, our Arm's just about done doing location checks. Yeah, I think he's just gonna go straight up beat Aga now, because this is 7 items. Unfortunately for him, his Swamp Swall is not gonna be here. But
Again, if this leads to Desert Palace big, that's honestly a blessing for Arm.
yeah.
I mean, the worst is, again, if the bloody thing's in left side swamp, but...
Yeah.
Some small Bombos tablet, again, that Arm got earlier.
Yeah.
leaving Swamp Palace entrance, so... Yeah, I mean, again, the worst thing, which it looks like Arm 80% dodged, was that the Desert Big Key is in Swamp, right? So it's going to be... How much extra trash does he do once he finds Desert Palace Big Key? But
Right. I mean,
win and if, right?
realistically, like, we're really running low on checks. Arm's probably only got...
So, and this is the question: is what do we have left? I think we have Misery Mire Big Chest.
Yeah, we can beat. We have Mire Big Chest and Vitreous, Smith Chain, Trinex.
Trinex. We've not seen Spike as well, right? Thieves Town Big Chest.
Spike
So
Cave has. We have seen Spike Cave, but nobody's done it.
yeah, I don't think we've seen the item from it. I think Double Climb is honestly probably in the cards here for Arm.
Yeah, this is 7 items, so this makes sense. Now for Jaejo, I think one of these was the Thieves Town Small Key, so...
No, Thieves Town Small was the pod...
Oh, it was the... yeah. Yeah.
Well is behind Aga 1, Wally.
Yeah, Wells behind the Aga 1, and Magic Bat is behind Pyramid. And our Magic Powder today was at the Mushroom spot, which indicates, yeah, just how much the seed loves you. Alright. This is probably going to be GT left side for Jaejo. Thank you, Raiders. Tonight we got a Week 7 matchup in the 2023 Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys tournament. We have one of our undefeated runners, Jaejo 36, facing off against Armlx, who's 5-1. Due to there only being 3 7-0s this week, there had to be a pair down. So, where everybody's kind of hunted for a Desert Palace Big Key at this point. Armlx needs to go find himself a Swamp Palace Small Key on Bobo's table that he unfortunately missed due to a death. But that's kind of where our runners stand.
Yeah. On the plus side, from what it looks like we've seen collectively, this is more than likely on the right path. Like I said, we're missing between the runners. We have a couple like leftover things between them to find.
Yeah.
We're running dangerously low on options.
Again, it was logically required to do Aga 1 today. It was only logically required to do Aga 1 today, and it was for a Skulled Small Key. You know, just imagine if that Skulled Small Key and Turtle Rock didn't exist.
Yeah, if you put both Skullwood Small Keys at some various points of the respective climbs, that's not very fun. Not very cash money of you.
Yeah, here we go. Arm's gonna go to GT climb. This is 5 items. We'll see if he swings around to do the big chest first. No. Jaejo's doing Smith Chain. We're gonna have our answer pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we are definitely at the... We are down to the gross one-offs point, so I'm...
Yeah. Because I have to imagine, like, if it's not on purple chest, Jaejo's going to climb next, because it's 5 items for him, and then... Or... he should actually probably do these now. But...
I'm a little shocked that we haven't decided just to do thieves, but maybe we're just hard greeting for... the small key, but that seems... I don't know, maybe.
Alright. He's checking pedestal. Well, we'll certainly know the answer now.
Yeah, it feels so weird to hear random minute out, yeah.
I mean, I can see it on his map tracker, and he's using the version of Dunka Tracker that highlights if you found the dungeon or not.
Oh.
Oh, good. Good. So, another seed today, another seed I've called earlier this week also had a coin on pedestal that didn't actually do anything for us. For those who don't know what those messages mean, that is our ether tablet, our ether coin pedestal. Yeah, okay, here's these down for Jaejo. Yeah, at this point, Arm's almost done with everything except for Meyer, which he can't do any more of without getting into Swamp. Or switching in Bambo's tablet. Once he's done here. Oh boy.
Well,
He fell right next to the magic potion.
getting a refill one way or the other.
Yeah. Alright, that's good for Arm. The one thing Jaejo needs, that Arm really wants Jaejo to do now is climb back a tower.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is really good for Arm, because after he falls down, he's going to go straight to Desert Palace, and then he'll go to Bambo's tablet after. I think he's avoided probably the worst situation, which was just the Desert Palace big in Left Side Swamp. So, I suspect that this is really good for him. Yeah.
Yeah, this is... Desert, it's a swamp entrance, so it's literally the natural check for doing it right afterwards. Oh, good. But right now, like, Arm wants Jaejo to do anything but climb GT. Literally anything in his power. The one problem is that GT's a lot closer than Aga Tower.
I mean, he's got Aga Tower, which, again, it's the well behind it, so he may be thinking about that.
Yeah. Like, so Jaejo could clean up Pod. He has a little bit more of TR. He has Train X. He could go, or he could do Aga Tower or the GT climb. Those are kind of like the 4 or 5 options, and Arm basically needs Jaejo to pick 1 or 2 of those. If that isn't the climb first.
yeah, you have to run out here. So
And with Gold Sword and Rimmeal, probably won't be dying to.
if he dies on that screen
Wobbling.
again,
Oh, he's using the Desert Realms Big Chest first. Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, I mean, again, I think Beer said it as well. Like, Jaejo just left GT. It's very not entirely likely that he's going to want to climb. You know,
Yeah.
again, with Thieves right here too. Like, you clear this out, maybe you go back. Maybe you spent this time thinking, okay, which climb do I prefer? What do I want to do? Like, it's possible that he just runs right back there.
Yeah, I mean, and at this point, like, he can go dip into pod. He'll probably find the Thieves on Big Key. Really hate that. He's not running out, so he's heading into GT probably because he's not floating.
Okay, now, I mean, this is on the clock. I mean, Arm will go do Desert Palace, which takes no time at all, and then, yeah.
Yeah, no, but still, I think,
This will be very close.
This will be close, but I think Jaejo will probably have this, unfortunately. Because it's going to be almost Decline versus Swamp.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do the thing, yeah. This may just, yeah, it may just come down to Arm saying Wolfos Bumpos tablet earlier. Maybe I'm absolutely, yeah, I'm just, you might just think that, honestly, too.
Alright.
Swamp is on top of DDM. There's a reasonably quick connector chain from CAC to get there. Bisu Bunny top, yeah.
I'd agree, Alison. On the other hand, he also only really has Smith chain left, so... Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we'll see.
He is going to be real... a little salty from this, I'm sure.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Because Jaejo really only has to get through another 6 rooms. Ganon today is in Lost Woods.
It's going to be close.
Yeah. And that's good one for Jaejo.
Yeah, I to be honest, I wasn't. Yeah, I mean, the decision to go back to GT Climb, I wasn't sure, but yeah, I think once you're right. Once he decided to go back to GT Climb, it was terrifyingly close.
Fortunately, Jaejo's going to probably be... They're going to be fighting the bosses at about the same time. Arm has to do with the currents, but Jaejo has to sit through the cutscene. But Landos will be a faster boss than Argus.
This could still come down to, like, I mean, I would say,
I mean, honest, like, a GT execution. Cannon execution is definitely going to be a factor.
I mean, it is gold sword and everything else. It's more like, does someone get a triple versus a double, but yeah.
Oh boy. Jaejo's not having a lot of luck with Landos, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, Arm got a little time back there.
We don't want to be on flute, right? We want to be on... Oh.
Yeah, no, you need to be on mirror.
Yeah, it's like we want to be a mirror here. Oh, baby.
They're mirroring at the same time. Here we go.
Everyone sit up in your chair, smiley face. Oh, God. The hook speed fail. Oh, Lord, come on.
Alright.
Every admin now...
Yeah. 1 second difference.
This could be the double versus the triple. I mean, it could be anything, so... Smiley face, here we go. To be fair, this is a really great race. It's kind of unfortunate, again, on the side of Arm that he died on that screen, but like I said, we still have to see some stuff, so... That's a lot of lag. I think this is Arm nerves.
Yeah.
I think Arm meant to go to Cape, put the Samaria block down. Oh, God. Yeah, this is a doozy. Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, non-binary pals, get your G's in chat for Jaejo36. And then not long after that, hit it again for Armlx.
Yep. We have a time difference about 5 seconds. Jaejo finishes with a 206.58, and Arm finishes 207.03. So,
yeah.
Admin's dodgery time.
Admin's dodgery time. Everyone else can sort of sit back in their seat, and yeah.
Yeah. I think we're going to go try to get them in for an interview.
I suspect both of them probably need a couple seconds if they want to talk it out in the race time room, stretch, the whole shebang. But I mean, again, this was a really good match. Unfortunate again for Arm that it came down to the death on that screen. And maybe even the collective missing the hook speed plus a Samaria block. Like, that is very easily also the difference there, too. But
even then, who knows? Because he would have had the Swamp Spawn, so he could have just... He could have easily wasted more time with Swamp Palace. Who knows?
Yeah, I think without a Samaria block, it is incredibly close. Those two things alone. But yeah, that was probably... So this moves Jaejo on to 7-0, where I believe you said that is the Eri versus Jaejo final week matchup.
Yes, I will spoil one match that Allison doesn't have to worry about. It's Jaejo versus Eri. That will be our 7-0 Battle of the Champions, Battle of the Undefeateds next week.
Really cool.
So
I think Arm is getting set up into the Discord soon. I think Jaejo.
yes, Airy or 216. Some guy who, I don't know, might do NMG really, really well at or something. It's Airy, you know.
Yeah, really quickly, while we have a moment, just want to thank Trackers, Restream, and my co-com Toffile. Ike here and Tom, y'all were amazing on tracking, doing the hard work so we didn't have to. Thank you guys so much for this.
Yeah, and then thanks to our first restreamer, Psychonaut, who gave way to Tom a little bit midway through.
We are joined, by the way, Jaejo and Arm will probably be here momentarily. Jaejo, how are you feeling? GG's, my guy.
GG's.
Hey.
And Arm as well.
GG's.
Yep.
GG's. Yeah, I'm interested which of the horrible things Jaejo did before finding various go modes.
So my go mode was the Desert Big Key.
Yeah,
I ended up like quadruple dipping GT. I thought about doing the climb earlier when I had just Samaria and Fire Rod, but I had 0 small keys at the time. But I had the bow, and I had the big key, so I knew that there was potentially something in Mini Helma, but I didn't want to pull the trigger at the time, and I certainly didn't want to do it when I went back for left side GT, because I had actually skipped over Thieves Town, waiting to try to scrounge up the Thieves Town small, but I just never found it, so I just kind of cut my losses and just skipped the big chest, and then went right back to GT.
Fair enough. I was Swamp Small Go. I took an unfortunate overworld death on the way to Bombo's tablet after I hovered one item in Hookshot Cave and was the Master Sword. So I had Book, Master Sword, Mirror, and was on my way over there at like an hour 10, and then didn't get back until I got the Desert Big. So that was tough. And I ended up doing Helma and CT Climb. So I'm guessing did you find CT without both smalls, or did you just climb it at the time you found it?
I found Castle Tower with 1 small, and I never went back after getting the second.
Yeah, you both actually ended up double dipping Eastern Palace for various reasons. Jaejo dipped it without the big key. He had found it earlier and then kind of went back without the big key, and unfortunately that also cost him the mirror for a while. And Arm, on the other hand, you walked in, it's like, and I'm sure your thoughts were, what's the best thing could I really just find a bow on Dig Game? And,
it's a bad enough spot. You kind of just have to do it. And then obviously the bow's next door.
Yeah, you had also found the Eastern Palace Big Key before then. Like you had, like Jaejo. So like kind of with your Lost Woods routing at the start of the seed, like Jaejo went through Lost Woods and ended at Lumberjack. So he went through Spiral Cave before touching CAC. So he had the flute.
I figured that was a very big possibility.
So a lot of like Jaejo, I think a lot of your routing was just like, I got the flute, I can just kind of get anywhere right now. And you weren't touching a lot of the you were touching some of the connectors, but not all of them.
Yeah, that actually cost me a little bit too. I usually like going in the connectors, but the one that went up to the floating island, I skipped over until I think it was after the hour mark, and that's when I finally found like Mini Moleworm Cave.
Yeah,
so I was getting pretty low to my last locations when I found that. So
yeah, I hadn't checked it until probably about 30 or 40 minutes. After sequence breaking DM via Spec Rock Bomb Jump, but I then was able to like rush back as soon as I got the pearl.
Yeah, I think that was the one thing you ended up. I think your hard last location was that Moon Pearl, right? And the bottle on Zora Ledge for that, and you just had to kind of waddle your way back up there. I think only then, right, did you find, or you had found Flute not long before that. but you did Mire
Yeah.
before, which was nice because you found the hammer a lot sooner than Jaejo did, but unfortunately, like, did not lead you to as much. And then, funnily enough, you both. So, Jaejo found the glove much sooner in Pod. You found your first glove in Hookshot Cave, and y'all were within seconds, I think, of getting mitts as well. But that was sort of how that mid-game kind of panned out in a lot of ways. But you had followed that connector and got to Mini Molarm Cave and Graveyard Ledge as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I kind of just forgot those on the way through. It's kind of a weird endgame because there were just so few entrances left except for Castle Tower. And it's like, how much do you want to hunt for things from my point of view?
yeah.
And we
Yeah.
called it too that, like, I hate to say that, like, the items kind of fell, and it was like you ended up doing one to climb into the other, whereas I think Jaejo got your second CT small in Ice along the way, so it's like you did GT earlier, and then I think with that whole sequence it made sense for you to kind of do that last, just because of proximity and everything else. The worst thing, Arm, was thinking that if the Desert Palace Big Key was kind of, at least early on, we were thinking kind of when y'all were in the rough equivalent of the 2-item go mode, was if Desert Palace Big Key was left side swamp, which Jaejo you skipped as well. Did you know that you forgot to open the chest in Tile Room, by the way, Jaejo?
Tile room?
You did not open that chest
Yeah, GT.
in GT.
Oh, I did.
Did you do Tile Room and not open the chest?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I
Oh boy.
must have just kind of zoned out on that one.
Yeah, it was the Desert Small, which unfortunately wasn't anything. Well, fortunately wasn't anything, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoops.
yeah. Blame Flippio for this. But
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that kind of just it unfortunately, Armin kind of had a lot of the extra stuff to do in the end game.
Well, the one I was debating was that like last track of Desert Big. It's like hard to tell if that's actually on the way or not. With like, you have to like, if you could just, because I'd done Aga Climb, if I could have just save and quit Auto Magic Bat, like I think you just skip that. But the fact that you already have to like exit, mirror, flute, it feels like it's just on the way enough. You have to do it.
yeah.
Where
Yeah.
was your that's right. Desert Right was Desert Entrances was top of the mountain too, right? So it was like Desert Mid and Desert Left were right there. So yeah, it really just didn't feel good to save it either way, no matter what. I think you kind of have to do Desert Left on the way, or to the big chest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe it's faster to do it from the save and quit and just head north. I don't know, because then you have to run across all of Desert.
You have to run that's such a long run back. Yeah. Like those screens are also super long too, so the dash lines feel okay, right? So I actually have no idea.
Yeah.
But,
I really just trying to talk about this, Jaejo. I have to ask, because like I think a lot of the items you were admittedly probably feeling a little bit late to. How are you feeling kind of in the midpoint of the seed where you feel like what was your thought around, like, say, the mirror, for instance? What was kind of going through your head kind of around that point?
So in entrances, I actually hate the mirror, no matter when in the game it is.
Wow.
When it's early, it sends me on too many different paths. If I get it late, I have all these entrances that I have to backtrack to. So when I got it, I was like, yeah. Because I knew it was coming soon because I was still missing Thieves Town and Ice Palace and a whole bunch of other entrance caves. So part of it too is because when I found Easter Palace, I avoided it completely. And then when I was starting to run out of those checks, I kind of gave in to the temptation and went to go dip it without the big key. And then the next thing I did, I found the big key. So I had to come all the way back to Easter, and then there was that mirror.
Yeah.
But I think right after getting the mirror and then killing Armos, it's like the hook shot was there, and then I got the Swamp Small right after that. And I found Thieves Town, but I didn't go in. Probably should have just gambled. Nothing in the big chest.
yeah,
Yeah, everything kind of fell into place right after that mirror, so I was actually mostly just concentrating on trying to find Ice Palace.
which of course was the mirror location behind one of your save and quit points. So it was the last spot you ever got to check.
Yeah, once I found that, the only entrance left was the library at somewhere in the world. So checking entrances was a hard stop.
Yeah.
It was just dungeon checks after that.
Did you find the cane before that? Because I found it jumping down right after going into ice. Because that was, you get the glove and ice is there, and you're like, oh, I'm just going to clear ice. And you just open the entrance below it, and you're like, what? There's the cane. Great.
Yeah, I had the cane for quite a while. I think it was right after I got the glove out of pod.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had the flute, so I started fluting to all the spots in the light world. And I got to that spot eventually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did point out, it's like, is Arm going to do Icebreaker today? No, and he's probably going to feel bad about it, but not much he can really do about it.
That and the bow right after the Eastern dip were very comical.
Well, I did enjoy like the one bit of sequencing that you got to have over Jaejo, which was the two brothers connector of, let me go check Checkerboard Cave, and then immediately exiting out of Meyer Shed Ride.
Oh yeah, that was fairly amusing. I did enjoy that.
So
yeah, I'm just trying to think of like something like it felt like I had to do Meyer before. I guess I didn't end up even doing the Ice Palace entrance or Catfish, but it felt like I had to do Meyer before those because silvers are right there and you're just like going to pick them up at some point anyways.
Yeah.
And I guess the only other debate was like, should you have done Smith Chain at some point? But I don't know. It's kind of tough.
Yeah, I was go ahead, Tafo.
I was gonna say, I think like from your perspective, you like as much as Castle Tower sucked, you still hadn't found Castle Tower at that point. I thought so. Like it's 7 items, so it's completely understandable to keep pushing entrances over items.
Yeah.
So.
Gentlemen, GG's. GG, I think
GG's.
pairings are also already up, by the way. There was no time wasted, so...
GL versus Airy this week.
Yeah, Arma,
Yeah,
you have...
I was going to say, I think I know who I'm going to be facing.
Arma, if I'm not mistaken, you have your versus Doc, so that's your worm. Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Good luck to both of you guys.
Yeah, GG's. Good luck.
Do either of y'all have anything else that you want to add tonight?
No. Close seed. Yeah, that was interesting. I felt really good up until the point where I didn't feel good. I don't really know how else to describe that one.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good early, especially with that flute. But then once I was missing the club and the hammer, and I could just kind of feel time eating away. So I checked the race room a couple times, especially right after getting the desert pig.
Yeah, I checked. When did I check? I started feeling bad at the point where I killed Helma. That was the bad part. I think I checked. I mean, I obviously checked as the swamp crystal was dropping down, and then I think I checked at like some point after getting the desert pig, probably during the classic Ganon cutscene of like, well, yeah, that's where that is.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm just glad this race was as close as it was. Holy cow.
Yeah, that was... I did not expect that. I expected that to have gone horribly, and then it just ending up there was interesting.
Yeah, so GG's once again, and
GG's.
Thanks for putting on the restream tonight.
Yeah. Thanks to, Zaf, Belfile, ZSR, and then everyone tracking. It looks like it's Eker and Tumultalk and Topile on the restream crew.
I'm not tracking tonight, but yeah.
Yes,
It's fine.
there we go.
Yeah, thank you guys for that. That was a great race. I'm glad Seiko was able to get this thing started for us. I was running late and wasn't going to get here in time to do it, so I'm glad he was able to start us up so we could get this on. 5 seconds. It's a lovely, lovely race. Thank you both so much for that. Eker, thank you for tracking with me. Toffile and Zav, thank you both for coming. Thank you to everyone who came out to watch, because if we don't have people watching, then what's the point of doing this, right? So thank you to everyone who came out and watched. Got anything else? Otherwise, I'm going to throw us over to the Otters, because that's where I like to throw people these days. All right, Otters it is.
Otters it is. I was have Midnight Sumo, but I think it's a little bit too early, so let's take it to the Otters.
The Otters?
The channel is called Marine Mammal Rescue. They do live broads. Well, it's repeats right now, but usually it's a live broadcast of, I think it's the Ontario Otter Rescue thingamabob. So it's kind of nifty. So it's just all otters all the time, and it's got like nice soothing ocean in the background, and you just watch otters hang out. So I tend to.
That sounds delightful.
Yeah, it's a good place to go. So I'm going to send everyone that way, and I hope everyone has a good night.